This edition of MacVoices is brought to you by SaneBox, the best way to take control of your out-of-control email. For a free trial and a $10 credit, visit sanebox.com/MacVoices. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. MacVoices is in Las Vegas for NAB. I'm in the Red Giant booth talking to Sean about Red Giant Universe. Sean, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
So tell me about Red Giant Universe. I saw the PR come out a little while ago, and I was very interested in what you're trying to build here.
So it's a combination of a set of tools and a community that we've built. Basically, it's a set of plugins that you can get for popular video editors and compositors like Final Cut X, Motion, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. We're doing something a little different in that we're giving away 50 plugins. 19 of those are premium and 31 are free. And 31 free plugins are free forever, meaning you just download them and use them, and there's no charge whatsoever for those.
Now, there are a lot of plug-in, let's just be candid, there are a lot of plug-in manufacturers. I'm really intrigued by the idea that you're trying to build a community around this.
Yeah, so what we imagine in our first iteration is people being able to vote and give us feedback on how the tools will develop over time. But ultimately, we want to open it up to the community to actually be able to let them develop tools. So the key to us putting out 50 plugins, and there's several dozen more to come, is the ability for us to develop tools very quickly. So we've developed a JavaScript-based scripting system to develop plugins. And that allows us to make plugins very quickly. It also allows us to cut out the engineer and let the artist get involved in actually building and expressing their creativity. So I've done plugins because I've learned how to JavaScript. Our main graphic artist, Harry Frank, has also built plugins with the system, and it really does accelerate the capability and the ease of use to build a plugin. So instead of having to spend a week or a month building a plugin with an engineer going through design cycles, you can literally do this in minutes.
How do the engineers feel about this?
Well, they get to do the stuff that they like to work on, which is the hard coding problems of building the functions and the GPU acceleration the universe is built on. And they rely on us to express their creativity, and there's not this back and forth of communication and miscommunication about what we're trying to express and what we want them to do. Now they just put the tools in our hands and say, okay, what needs to be tweaked? And usually there's small changes, but they're tiny compared to what they've been in the past.
I bet. And I think it's important to say, we hear free plugins and it's like, oh yeah, well, it's not going to be anything spectacular, but these are Red Giant, so they have a lot of quality to them. They're very useful plugins. They're the kind of things I would reach for, on the majority of projects.
I would hope so, yeah. So, a lot of them are basic tools, but because they're artist influenced by us, and they express a lot of the things that we've learned over the years for compositors and video editors, that we really think that even those basic tools are quite useful. So, for example, our blur tools, they're very fast. They produce a very soft effect. They can go extremely large, and they can also work in linear light. Those things you just don't really find in the host application. So we think they're a good substitute even for the basic kind of effects that you're going to do all the time.
Now, what are the mechanics of participating in the Red Giant universe, in the community? Is it log into the website, or is there another form of social media?
Right now it's just through our website. There will be other social media in the future. But right now, basically just go to redgiant.com/universe, log in, and now you can get access to the plugins through our Red Giant Link update app. And that will get you going. You can see which ones are free, which ones are premium, see what the status of your subscription or your license is for the product, and you're ready to go.
And what does this cost me?
So we're going with two different models. So it's like Creative Cloud in that you can buy it on subscription, $10 a month, or $99 as a prepay. Or if you just want to pay once, just like all the rest of the Red Giant products have been forever, we have what we call a lifetime license. And the real difference here is that you're buying a $3.99 license that lasts forever, and you get all the updates and upgrades forever. So there's no other things you have to pay. And as we expand our tools, you get all those benefits.
It's interesting that you're offering the alternative. because there are a lot of people that, and I know I'm one of them, that I look at my credit card bill each month and it's like, wow, I'm paying for an awful lot of services every month. And there is something compelling still, maybe for people that are used to the old model, with just being able to say, okay, I'm going to buy it once, and best of all, I'm getting a lifetime upgrade.
Yep, absolutely. That's why we did it. We feel like there's folks in both camps. There's people that are budget challenged, or they want to pay only for a month or two as they're working on a project, because that's the kind of thing that they can bill back to the client, right? So they only want to pay a little bit of money for that little bit of time. Or there are guys like you that say, no, I just want to own it. I know that I'm going to get the benefits to it, and I'm willing to spend that money up front to keep it forever. And what we're trying to do is actually build in more value for that as well, so that if you buy this lifetime license, you're really a lifetime subscriber, and that you bought a subscription to our system for the length that it's available until the zombie apocalypse or whatever happens.
Let's hope that's not coming anytime soon.
All right.
Where do we send people to go and sign up and get involved?
Just go to redgiant.com/universe and you'll find us, and you can download it within 5 seconds.
Sean, thanks so much for the time.
Thanks so much.
Folks, we'll have more from NAB in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, app.net, Google+, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date with all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at MacVoices.com/newsletter. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at BackbeatMedia.com.